I was sitting down with Azu and Andre the other day, and you know what? We had an argument. This doesn't often happen. The argument was about speed or power, or speed and power, which is more important. Now you can imagine this almost came to some blows. I couldn't believe it. We were arguing, and then suddenly Azu took a swing at Andre, Andre took a swing at me, and then I kicked Azu. It was unbelievable. It's never happened before. I thought, what the hell? Let's make a video about this. We're gonna kick off with Azu. Power. Yeah, of course, it had to be power with Azu. So Azu's doing the first video, Andre's doing the second video, and I'm gonna be doing the third video. 3-part series. Speed versus power. I hope you enjoy it.
Power! Hi everybody. When you're training martial arts, there's a lot of relevant things you need to take into account. But personally, I feel one of the most important things you need is this here. Power. You need power, you know what I'm saying? Power is, I think, the most important thing in martial arts. You need to get your power up, you need to get your strength up, because it's always going to be a factor in every fight you have. Power, power, power. So today, we're gonna have a look at this. Okay, now I've been in a lot of confrontational situations, and especially if I'm up against somebody who's my build, my size, even slightly smaller, you know, I need to dominate them. Part of that is gonna be my power. My power is always going to be a factor. It's always going to come into play, and it's always one of the things I'm gonna use to take some people down. Okay, power, okay? I don't care if I'm gonna do an Aikido technique or whatever, I need this here. If Andre throws a punch, I wanna be able to punch back as far as I'm concerned. And if he punches and I go, oh, he's gonna punch me again, okay? And he's gonna knock me out. If he punches, boom! I want some power in there, you know what I'm saying? I need that power to do whatever I want to do, boom, and it doesn't matter if I'm gonna do some Aikido afterwards or something, it doesn't matter. I need that power. I want to loosen him up. You know, for me, if he can throw a punch and I go bang and I break a rib and he goes, oh, and runs away, great. You know what I'm saying? It was done. I didn't have to do anything else. My strength and my power are always going to be a factor, and that is the most important thing when it comes to taking some fools down. Okay. Power. I need power. Now you've seen why I need power to attack. But what if I'm being attacked, okay? My power comes into it as well. If Andre comes with a really hard hook and I'm not powerful enough, he's gonna take me down, you know, just with that punch, you know, he's gonna put me off balance. That alone is going to scare me. That, whoa, that was a powerful punch. So if I'm not powerful, if I'm powerful, you know, I can block that. Like, and don't get me wrong, in Aikido, when someone strikes, we want to either move in or we want to absorb. Sometimes you're not there in time. It's the last thing, and he comes with something, boom, I need the power to be able to block that. Bang! And the power came in again, block, punch. I need that power. I need that power to be able to defend myself, block a decent attack as well. If I ain't got no power, his punches are gonna either move me or even potentially just take me straight down. Okay, lastly, okay, I don't care how long you've been training martial arts for, unless you're a boxer or you're constantly in tournaments, okay? Once you get into a real situation, your adrenaline goes up or your techniques go out the window. And especially with Aikido and martial arts, where we tend to say, oh, we're relying on the other person's momentum and all that stuff, you know, you don't need strength and blah, blah. Nah, hell no, you need it. Because when you're in a real situation, you get scared, adrenaline goes up, and you just tend to forget everything. So your power's gonna come in now. Let's say Andre comes with a hook and I wanna do a Shiinagi. Now, yeah, in Aikido, yeah, we come with a flow here and all that stuff and blah, blah. Hey, yo, when he comes with that and I'm scared, I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna be wrestling here, you know, I'm gonna, you know, I wanna just do something. I wanna implement some sort of power. And see, my power comes in. My power comes in because my adrenaline is gone. Ideally, I want to use all the principles of Aikido and use my whole body movement, but when it really goes down, all that goes out the window. And then automatically, my strength just kicks in. It's a defense mechanism. It's going to happen. So you need to, when that happens, you need to have that power there. If not, you're done. Okay, so in conclusion, strength is always going to be a factor in whatever martial arts you do. You know, the thought that Aikido, you know, you just need to use person's momentum and all this stuff. Nah, hell no. You always need to implement a bit of strength, especially when you first start training. As you get more advanced, maybe you will get better at just implementing all the principles of Aikido, using the other person's momentum and all that stuff. You will get better at that. But ideally, for a good few years, you're going to be relying on strength. And until you really get into a real situation, believe me, your strength will kick in. Unless you're in a real situation all the time, then you're not going to be able to really pressure test what you do, and your strength will always kick in. So you don't want to get taken down. You know, you need to just get that strength up and keep training as well as your martial arts, weights, press ups, whatever it is you need to do. Get strong, because you'll need that in a fight. We'll see you next time on Aikido Flow.